Hi, I'm Alicia Kennedy, food and culture writer, author, and the publisher of From the Desk of Alicia Kennedy, a twice-weekly newsletter on food culture, politics, and media. Today, I'm sharing the February Salon from my series, in which I invite authors, essayists, translators, editors, and other culture workers to have conversations about their work and their processes. This guest from February was Mayukh Sen. He is the author of Tastemakers and most recently, Love Queenie, Merle Oberon, Hollywood's first South Asian star. We discussed his process for researching this book about a woman who so many have gotten wrong, and also, his transition from food writing to film writing, and film really is his passion. So it's exciting to hear him discuss this and to really appreciate his work on both of these books and his resurrection of this woman's narrative.
But I also want to get going in terms of we can keep that flow of conversation going on in terms of the releasing a book right now versus releasing your first book, because I think maybe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the major differences and one of the challenges is that you were more of a known quantity when it came to food, and maybe you are um you are really kind of emerging on into film writing. Obviously, you've done it, but like this is a very big undertaking. And so how do you feel about that? Is that an aspect of the difference?
Yes, that is absolutely playing into it. I think that, like I was saying just a few seconds ago, it did feel a lot easier to promote a book in late 2021. And of course, there are many variables that account for that. The fact that the media landscape, it felt a bit more robust, right, than it does right now. There are just fewer publications these days, right? But in addition to that, I was credentialed in recognizable ways within the food media space, right? And
Yeah.
as a result, I'd had a list of contacts that I could really mine, and that there was a sense that I didn't have to quite fight this uphill battle that it feels like I do have to right now. Like for example, a few weeks ago when I got my publisher's weekly review, it started with the words "film critic Sen," and I was just like dancing in my apartment, so happy, right? Because I was like, wow, it's great to like escape the whole food writers and that kind of thing, right? Because I do want to be seen as someone who can traverse different genres, forms, whatever you want to call it. But in this case, like my passion has always been writing about cinema and writing about movies, and food writing happened accidentally
Yeah.
in that regard. So it feels like I'm returning to my roots and my passions in some way, but I think that it almost creates a marketing challenge in the sense that I have to I have to position myself in a different way, right? And kind of
No, yeah.
preempt different assumptions that people might have of me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut anyone off.
No, you didn't. No, I'm sorry. I was just enthusiastic. But what kind of assumptions do you think you're kind of going against?